Hello, everyone, and welcome to my video on how distance learning is going to work for pre-calculus. The first thing I want to say is I really hope that everyone at home is safe, healthy, and well. It's been a very stressful week for all of us, and a week full of uncertainties and unknowns and changes. So I want to thank everybody for their flexibility and patience while they've waited for this to come out. The math department has come up with a really great way to make sure that people are getting the learning they need, along with all the teachers in the district. But I realize this is not the way we wanted to be doing school, but it's what we're going to be working with. And I'm really excited about the plan that we have. I think it's a great way for people to learn stuff, a great way people can learn at their own pace and get the help that they need and still be able to communicate and work together with other people. First of all, if you need to reach out to me, the best way to get a hold of me is by email, which you can see on the screen now, or by phone. I plan on checking my voicemail at least once a day, and otherwise it'll be more than once a day. Because as you can see, I'm not at school. This is my apartment. My cat will probably pop in at some point or another during class. I'm sure other things are going to distract you while you're in class that we're not expected to, like siblings. But we're going to make the best of it, and I'm excited about what we're going to be able to do together. So, all right. So, first thing, if you haven't heard already, the first day of school is going to be March 30th, but pre-calculus won't meet that day because we meet on day one, which will be on March 31st. And then we do that alternating day schedule. So the way the district calendar worked with days off, that's still going to be true. Day one, day two, that's still going to be true. You can see that our period schedule changes, which is great because we don't have sea lunch anymore. We get to eat lunch a little bit earlier. So we're going to have lunch at 11:15 to 11:45. I know I'm going to have lunch during that time because I don't want to wait until the end of the third block. So our third block time is still going to be 11:45 to 1 o'clock. So on the every other day schedule. So that's a little bit shorter than what we've normally been meeting, which is fine. Next, office hours. So 7:45 to 8:30 in the morning, I will be available by email and phone primarily. And then from 2:30 to 3:30, I'm going to be available using this app called Zoom. Um, I will be available via this Zoom thing in the morning, but that's more kind of be a special case. I'm going to always be available via Zoom from 2:30 to 3:30. So Zoom is the main way that we're going to be communicating with each other for this distance learning plan. I'm sure you might have heard of Zoom in some of the other, like I've been seeing like yoga classes that are doing Zoom meetings. So who knows? That's what we're going to be using. Information on how to use Zoom is available on your Highlander homepage. So I'm not going to talk about the details of how Zoom works. So you can go there if you have questions about how to interact with Zoom. The way to get to the Zoom meeting is going to be posted on Moodle. The first couple days, I'm going to email them out as well. But the primary way I want you to get to our Zoom meetings is going to be on Moodle. A note, when you come to the Zoom meetings, please make sure that your audio and video stays muted. It will automatically be muted when you come into the meeting. I would like you to keep them muted unless otherwise directed. The reason we want to do that is, among other reasons, is bandwidth. Video streaming is very taxing on your home network. And if we have a whole bunch of videos that are being streamed together, it really, really taxes your bandwidth. And I don't want to overload your home network and have something crash. So we're going to keep audio and video muted while we're in our Zoom meetings. I'll always show my face, but I would like you to keep yours muted unless I tell you otherwise, but assume it's muted. Now, I also sent you in this email with this video a document, which I'm going to kind of run through really quickly to give you an idea of how classes are going to work. And then we're going to take a look at our Moodle page, and then we'll be done. So what's going to happen is you're going to come in. We'll do a warm-up like we always do, except different. I am going to actually do the warm-up. So I'm going to have you practice this a little bit, and then I'll go through the warm-up and answer any questions that you might have. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you away and I'm going to have you watch a video lesson. That video lesson is basically our lecture, but it's all going to be at once rather than in pieces like I've normally done. And while you watch the video, I want you to take notes like you always do, and write down things that you learned. And more importantly, one thing you need further clarification on, because that's what we're going to do when we come back. Before we come back, though, we're going to practice a little bit to figure out, I want to know how well you understood the video. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to see how well you understood what the video was telling you. I can't watch you watch the video, so I have you do these practice problems so I can see how well you understood what I wanted you to learn that day. When you come back after everyone has done the practice, I'll respond to your questions as well as the practice to make sure that you got the information that you needed for the day. After the practice, I'll give you time to start working on your homework. Homework is going to be submitted via a Google form. You'll write your work down on paper. The assignments are posted on Moodle, and then you'll post an image of that work. You might have done this for some of the missing works. I sent out a link last week. Overall, the expectations with this stuff, most importantly, Highlanders, make sure you're keeping it real and all the things that go along with it. Also, keep in mind the AVID ideals of asking questions, AEIOU, asking questions, engaging fully, integrate new information, open mind to all viewpoints, and utilize what you have learned. It's going to be a very different way for us to take in information. So I want us to make sure that we're flexible and open to this new idea of learning. It's going to take some growing pains as we get through it, but as long as we're working together on it, I know we can do this successfully. Finally, make sure you're monitoring your own devices. I'm not going to be there to watch your devices, so it's going to be on you to make sure that your Chromebook is working, that you're not letting other devices distract you while we're in our class time. Next, grades. Homework, it's going to be maintaining the same idea, except for Google Forms. I kind of already mentioned that. All these expectations are the same as before. Mastery quizzes are new. There's no more mastery quizzes. I know I told you we had one more, but we're done. Not doing any new ones. Old ones, what will happen? Just like before, during the last 10-15 minutes of class, I will post a mastery quiz, just one, and you can take that mastery quiz during that class time. Now, this is going to kind of slow us down a little bit because you won't be able to take whatever mastery quiz you want. We'll just have one mastery quiz that you can take that day. So make sure you're always ready. I'll let you know ahead of time which mastery quiz we're going to take. I lost my train of thought. So we'll take that mastery quiz. I'll post a Google form. You'll submit your work for that mastery quiz. You have to submit them during that class time. Tests are going to work similarly. Tests will be taken on Zoom. So I will post you a Google form that will take you through the test. You're also going to post your work that you do on your own paper. So you can get partial credit on questions because you obviously can't show a lot of like trigonometry in a Google form. That's kind of a pain. Test makeups, you can still make up old tests. What will happen is I'm going to post them in like my office hour Zoom meetings. That will be your opportunity to retake tests if you are missing any of the older tests. Newer tests, you want to make sure that you're available during our Zoom time. Oh, that's it. All right. Now, finally, is our Moodle page, because our Moodle page has changed slightly. So Moodle page is where we get all of our information for each day. You can see there's that online graphing calculator. I posted a link for it right here. Please use that calculator so that you have a calculator. Next, right here, this is where you can find the office hour link. So if you want to come to my office hour Zoom meeting, this is the link to it. Whenever your daily meetings, I'll be emailing this out as well, but this is where you can join our Zoom meetings for class time. Homework is turned in right here. I'll show you this form. This is how you'll be turning in your homework assignments. So you type in your first name and your last name right here. Then you choose which assignment you're turning in. So these are all of our Chapter 7 assignments and their due dates. So you can choose which assignment. So say the one that's next due, it's due on March 31st. You choose that assignment and then you add a file right here. You can upload that picture by taking a picture with your Chromebook or a phone, uploading it to your drive, and then selecting the file from your device. Once you're done, just hit submit, and then I'll be able to get that assignment from you. Easy peasy. Make sure those assignments are turned in the day. So like if blah, blah, blah. So the one due on March 31st, make sure it's due by class time on March 31st. Always turn in the assignments by class time. So right here you can see this is the way that our Moodle site has always worked, but I've updated it for our future ones. So what we're going to be doing on March 31st is half angle identities. The video lesson, the lecture, that's going to be a link to it is going to be posted right here. So you're going to click that link when I send you off to watch that video lesson. You may watch it before, but I'm going to give you class time to do it. So I would just wait till class time to do it. Here's where you'll do your skill practice to make sure that you understood the information from the lesson. Again, I'm not grading this on accuracy. I just want to see how well you understood the video lesson. My old PDF notes. So if you want to keep watching the old notes that I've been using, they're still going to be located right here. And then finally, I'm going to also, after class, post a recording of the class. So keep that in mind. Whenever I'm on Zoom, I am always going to be recording. Every class meeting is always going to be recorded. So whenever you're in Zoom, note you are being recorded. I'm going to record every last class meeting. So that in case you're gone, you can get what you might have missed. So yeah, great. And then obviously the assignment that's posted right there. And that's it. That's our plan for our distance learning for pre-calculus. Once again, I really want to encourage everyone to stay safe. Make sure you're continuing to practice that social distancing. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you on the 31st for our new way of doing pre-calc. I think it should be good. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. I'm happy to help. Bye-bye.